Let me introduce you to Linda Moulton Howe. Linda is... First, let's Google Linda Moulton Howe. Because she's a very special woman in the Conspira-Sphere. Linda is a prolific conspiracyman. Conspiracist. She has written several books. Let's see. Glimpses of Other Realities. Glimpses of Other Realities, High Strangeness. I think, was Linda one of the people who coined the term high strangeness? That is a good question to ask. So there's An Alien Harvest from 1989. Mysterious Lights and Crop Circles from 2002. An updated version of An Alien Harvest by Linda. So she's written quite a few books. Most of which are now, no longer in print and very expensive. I wouldn't say that she's necessarily behind it, but I feel like she's probably one of the people who advocates for, conspiracies as a whole being more than we give them credit for, Oh, there we go. See, look, chat shows up on the screen now, guys. Aren't we excited about that? So, Linda, let's check our Wikipedia page. Is an American investigative journalist and regional Emmy Award-winning documentary filmmaker, best known for her work as a ufologist and an advocate of a variety of conspiracy theories, including her investigation of cattle mutilations and conclusion that they are performed by extraterrestrials, which is a decent fucking conclusion. I'm not against that conclusion. As much as I like to make fun of people, bully people, and generally call people dumb, I don't think that, saying that cattle mutilations are caused by aliens is necessarily even a bad take. That's probably actually pretty reasonable. Let's see. Oh wow, she was in Miss America in 1964. That's interesting. Let's see. Oh yeah, she used to work about the environment, poison in the wind. Yeah, no, and the cuts are super surgical and just all this other shit. She has a daughter. And then yeah, all these books that we just read. So yeah, she basically started researching conspiracies in like 1975, but she exposed fucking uranium contaminating the drinking water in Denver. Like, what the fuck? There was just uranium in the drinking water in the 80s, and she made that stop. But nowadays, Linda runs a YouTube channel called Earth Files, and here she is. This is our girl. She is not Yu Yu Hakusho. There's our girl. She thought that was the best picture of her. And she...
Well, hi, Linda. Something really strange happened this afternoon.
So basically, she's here. She's got her books on the table behind her. I love that for her.
In the 20th century and the 21st century. And what causes these strange
she doesn't like to talk
that continue without
volume.
Evidence or explanation?
But you can see, like, this is her home office. This is, like, where she has all her books. She's got, she's got a book on Antarctica, because we're actually going to get into what she thinks about Antarctica. This was just a few days ago. This is one of her more recent streams. Yeah. Yeah, no, she's a prolific member of the ufologist community. Linda's like one of the staples of the Conspira-Sphere, as it were. When we use the Conspira-Sphere to talk about like the entirety of what conspiracy is, Linda is a good fucking, like, she's in there. She's doing it.
Physical and mental exposure to this worldwide phenomenon. Hosted by Emmy
what are we
award-winning
drinking
investigative journalist, Earth Files reporter and
the
editor,
answer
Linda
to
Moulton
that question
Howe, and world-renowned experience
is I'm gonna pour
of the
some shit into
1980
this
Rendlesham
wine
Bigwaters
glass.
incident, John Burroughs. And now, leading off tonight's program, here's Linda Moulton Howe.
Here's Linda. Ah, we love Linda. We might even make a Linda meme tonight. I have a Linda meme in mind, and
On January 2nd, 2015,
want
I received
to
an
create
email
it.
from a retired U.S. Navy petty officer, first-class flight engineer, who asked me to only call him Brian. Now 61 years old, he entered the U.S. Navy in 1977 and
That might be
retired
a lot.
20 years
That
later
might be a
in
lot of
1997. He provided Earth Files his DD-214 documents and other certificates of service, including an Antarctic Service Medal given to him on November 20th, 1984. He wanted me to know that his C-130 crew encountered high strangeness while they were flying cargo and doing rescues in Antarctica from 1984-85 period to 1997.
Oh, fuck.
Several times he and the C-130 crew all
Seamus,
watched
you're a
silver discs
professional liquid
darting around
pourer.
in the sky over the Transantarctic
how you
Mountains
pay
that
your
separate
bills.
East Antarctica from West Antarctica.
Shockingly,
Brian
it
and
is
his crew
not
also saw a huge
Conspira
football
streaming.
field-sized hole in the ice,
That pays
only
my
about
bills.
5 to 10 miles from the geographic South
pouring
Pole, that was
fluids.
supposed to be an air sampling station, but in a no-fly zone. During an emergency medevac crisis to speed up their trip, the crew flew
That's good.
across that no-fly
decent.
zone and apparently saw what they were not supposed to see: an alleged entrance to what was rumored to be a human and ET
Ooh.
science collaboration research base under the
Okay.
ice. Then, at a camp
Wait a
near
minute.
Marie Birdland,
Is this really like audio only? Like, are we for real with this audio only shit? Here's exactly what she's talking about, but like as a stream. This is the same thing.
Hi, everyone. Well,
Here we
tonight I
go.
have both Chocolate and Fluffy. It's an arm
Her cats are named Chocolate and Fluffy right
down,
now.
and there's another moth down there.
Look
That's
at
why
his
Chocolate's going down there.
fucking face.
And Fluffy
Oh my god, this is the most grumpy but comfortable cat ever.
will join him.
Comfortable.
But before I put him down, dear
Maximum
boy that he is,
comfort.
what it reminded me of as I stood there watching them pounce on those, trying to get one moth and getting the first one, was why are we in a universe where everything has to
Why
eat
are we in a universe, Linda?
something else in order to survive? Always gets me. It seems like a profound mystery. Now we're
Are you
gonna
wearing
say
your microphone and you
goodbye
just put
to
your
you.
cat
You can go
on
down
it?
and play with the moths with Chocolate, and I'm gonna
How does she
talk
keep
to these
track of which
people
one's
about
which?
some mysteries. Now, from the first broadcast of my television documentary, A Strange Harvest,
I see, on one hand, I actually do love the research that Linda does, but she gets sidetracked, and we're gonna see
25th, 1980, for the
how
CBS
well
station
that
in
goes
Denver,
for her.
Colorado. I received hundreds of calls and letters from people saying that they had firsthand knowledge about the alien presence on Earth, had told him that since the early 1970s, the United States has had at least one secret base on Mars underground
Okay.
in a volcanic lava tube.
Okay. So, we are less than 3 minutes in, and we have secret 1970s Martian U.S. Mars base. Now, where do we go from the Martian Mars base after only 3 minutes of content?
He said we had help
Oh,
from
Bnetta.
friendly ETs
I haven't
to
seen you in
spray
a
the
fucking
Martian
minute,
lava
dude.
tube
Welcome.
with a substance that sealed it off from the Martian atmosphere. And then an Earth-like atmosphere was pumped into the sealed-off lava tube for
Yeah,
a
man,
ready-made Earth military
I've been trying
base
to
on
stream
Mars.
a lot more.
And that was 32
I'm
years
gonna put
ago.
that on a bingo
Now
card.
look at this headline in
We're gonna
Live
need that.
Science released this week on Monday, May 11th. Quote, "These lava tubes could be the safest place for explorers to live
Nice.
on Mars. Every part of Mars could kill you. Its surface is arid, starved of oxygen,
Yep.
and blasted daily with unrelenting, unfiltered solar radiation. So there are potential advantages to life in lava tubes on Mars. Seal them off, and it might be possible to pressurize them and warm them up to create livable environments much larger than what a rocket could haul from Earth." Close quote. Now,
That's one of the weird things about conspiracies, right? Is when somebody makes a crazy fucking conspiracy claim, and then years and years and years down the line, we find out, like, actually, no, the science supports that would be exactly where we would do that if it were to happen. You know? I kind of like that.
in this year, this is happening. So now let's go from Mars underground to Earth underground and into the mystery of the big, dark pyramid in Alaska. Even though no
it's
one has ever given me a
Alaska. I keep
specific
saying
latitude and
Antarctica.
longitude.
It's not in
Let's
Antarctica.
look at
It's
this
in
large
Alaska.
map scanned from an Encyclopedia Britannica atlas where the original distance ratio was 1 to 6 million. Huge map. The red circles start with Anchorage on the lower right up to Fairbanks. That purple and
Linda.
white pyramid glyph came from a remote viewer a few years ago who looked
A remote viewer. And so when she says remote viewer, she does not mean someone who views her. She means like someone psychically peering at Alaska to find this hidden pyramid.
for the dark pyramid. So this purple and white stands for the all-black dark pyramid. At this large computer screen scale, the distance between the red Mount McKinley circle and the purple circle with the triangle on it is about 60 to 70 miles from Mount McKinley, which is what military and science sources have said. The purple
I guess
circle and
that's what
triangle
military and science
represents
sources have
one
said.
possible location for the underground dark pyramid. Some sources say it was discovered by planes and helicopters experiencing magnetic anomalies flying over
There
that
we
region
go.
of wherever this pyramid is about a decade
I
after
like
the
how
end of World
dramatic
War
it
II.
is that she
And we're
calls
going
it
to
the
hear
Dark
about one of
Pyramid.
those accounts. And now
It
I'm
sounds
looking
so...
at the distant early
It
warning
sounds
line.
so JRPG. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we need a conspiracy JRPG where just like every conspiracy ever is true, and you start out. What's up, chef? We are hanging out. We're looking at.
symbol.
There's a
And
woman
this
who
came
claims
about
that there's
when the United
a
States began to
secret
plan and construct a series of radars from
secret
Alaska through the
Mars
Arctic, and it
base
became known
run by the
as
US government
the DEW line because that
in a
stood for Distant
volcano
Early Warning
lava
Line of
tube.
radars. Its purpose was to
And
monitor for any planes
a
or rockets coming over the
secret
North Pole
pyramid
from
in
an enemy such
Alaska.
as Russia. Well, at the same time, to back up its
Yes.
DEW line operations, the U.S. began building the White Alice communication system to provide the U.S. Air Force a
Secret pyramid is
telecommunication
of
link
great
in Alaska.
interest.
That was done with the scientific and engineering help of Western Electric that would evolve to become AT&T's
Okay, now I know.
Bell Laboratories.
Now I know what I'm looking
And
at with
tonight,
this fucking
I'll share
map.
with you one Western Electric engineer's firsthand information about the Dark Pyramid.
Okay, so here's the thing about Linda, right? So Linda gets a lot of information from what she refers to as, like, inside whistleblowers. And, like, it's just people who come up to her and are like, "Hey, Linda, I am an electrician in this area, and I know all about the Dark Pyramid." And then she's like, "Okay, tell me everything about the Dark Pyramid." And then they tell her stuff about the Dark Pyramid, and she just like is like, "Okay, for sure, 100%. I am doing a stream on this. We are reporting on this. I'm putting the presentation together." Like, it does not seem to matter what people tell her. She just immediately reports it. And
There
I
have
love
been
that.
several sources We say the big black underground pyramid is about 60 miles west of Mount McKinley, now Denali, and on a straight line bearing to Nome, Alaska, further west. The base of the Dark Pyramid is supposed to be 700 feet down from the land surface. The top of the Dark Pyramid, the vertex, is described as 150 feet from the surface. So that would mean if you dug down from the surface and you hit the top point of the pyramid, that would be the top of the Dark Pyramid. And that, if you take that from 150 from 700, that would mean the Dark Pyramid is 550 feet high.
What?
Now, let's compare that to the Great Giza Pyramid in Cairo,
I don't know how
Egypt.
to do math.
This stands 455 feet high. So if the measurements given by alleged eyewitnesses are correct, the Dark Pyramid in Alaska is 100 feet higher than Cheops.